So, we called you all here today to talk about Doctor Who, the most recent episode. Can you tell me your thoughts first?
Yes.
Then I'll tell you everything.
How they're wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I think there's similar thoughts.
Okay,
Can I say as an opener, why does every episode have to be a gimmick these days? It's always like a train in space, dinosaurs in London. What was this one again? The moon's an egg. My ping's gone up.
Yeah, so here's the thing about like storytelling, right? I once read a thing in a book, so it must be true, that like the best stories are not about the subject matter being like amazing, such as Jeffrey saves the world 10 times over and the universe at the same time. You know, that sort of stuff, that's a mark that demonstrates the actual writer isn't very skilled, in my opinion, and in this particular article.
It's a very easy
so
gimmick
if you can make
to have.
if you can make an amazing story out of simply going to the shops and make that an amazing story, that's a good writer. And could potentially be a much better story than a story about saving the universe. Going to the shops is
very
dull.
easy to make big stories about that.
That's my opinion, is Doctor Who is trying to do way too many big stories.
Yeah.
Having said that, I'm clearly a bit of a Doctor Who fan with my multi-USB port TARDIS next to me. So
you have that?
I still...
Want that. All the way.
It's pretty amazing. Okay.
Sorry, carry on.
So, first of all, I mean, there's some good things about this episode, in my opinion.
What are they? Tell me, what are they?
Okay. So, well, potentially good things. One of the best episodes ever barely involved the Doctor, such as Weeping Angels, where Doctor was involved, and he left.
One good thing Moffat has done
so
in his
this
life.
particular, yes. So this is good because the Doctor's like instead of getting involved in the human affairs, I think he did something really correct in the sense of leaving it to the humans.
It's a good argument. The way he did it and his reasons for doing it weren't actually good. It's just like, I'm going to suddenly change my mind and be a bastard because reasons.
Yeah, but I think she's more childish than him. Anyway,
she overacted so badly.
To the crux of the matter.
Can I just point out, sorry for a second, her saying, I'll slap you until you regenerate, by saying, I'll kill you with a slap. If he said that to her, people would be like, oh no, that's abuse of women, you can't say that. He's an old man. Threatening anybody to hurt them that much is not okay, regardless of gender. And it's fucked up to
I
be
don't
like,
think
oh
it's
no,
particularly nice.
You can hit a man that hard.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
Okay. So, the one thing I found the most disappointing about that episode, out of everything, is the fact that I thought it was a goodbye card to the character of, what's her name?
Clara. Yes, she's so boring. She's even worse. They're both
I thought it was
boring currently. I will say though.
I thought it was like... Yeah. I actually thought that was going to be the deal. That she was going to go away, but at the end it's like, oh, you still love him, into him, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I will say this, dude, actually.
Okay.
Her and Pink actually felt the most genuine and, interesting in this episode. Every other time I've seen them, it's been awkward and shit. They finally felt like a proper couple in this one. You know? You still there? Fuck. So here's cut out. It's probably going to cut out this entire bit. You there?
Hey,
You're
can
back.
you hear me?
Yes, I'm still recording. So what last? I'm just going for what I was saying. Right?
Okay.
So, dude, can I say?
We talked about it from an emotional perspective.
No, dude. Listen to me for a second. Because I was trying to say before you cut out. I was going to say I think her and Pink felt the most genuine in that episode. Every other time they felt awkward and shit, but they finally felt okay in that episode. Would you agree?
Yes, but there wasn't enough of that episode with them in it for me to really have a proper say on that.
That's probably true.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But I think, okay, so physics. Let's talk physics. Okay, so this planet, was it the year 20? What was the year 20?
60
I know there's
something,
a 4
around there. 2064.
2060
Let's say that.
2064 or
Let's
something.
say that, shall we? I mean, they probably don't
It's actually
remember.
not that.
Oh, that rocket
It's a little
jump though.
bit too close. So, okay. So, okay, we've got an embryo inside the moon, right? That weighs 1.3 billion tons before it's born, I believe. I'm just pulling those figures off the top of my head.
Okay.
Okay, so now people on Earth suddenly got a huge shock when all the tides started changing and blah blah blah. Now, how fast did this thing grow?
Yeah, it suddenly got different. Actually, can I say something else on that note, dude? Sorry. I'm saying, you know how eggs work, right? Eggs don't gain mass. The bits of... They
I'm not an
don't.
expert on eggs.
Okay, the bits of, like, matter and food and the yolk and all that kind of shit just moves around. It eats the
Yeah.
white bits to become a chicken. It doesn't get more... It can't get more matter from nowhere. This thing cannot gain
Yeah.
mass. Where's the extra mass
I'll-
coming from? If it just been the
That's
spiders,
other
if they kept it simple and just had the spiders,
Yeah.
it could have been fine. But like, no, we're gonna add more to it.
I was gonna do that. I was looking forward to doing the math. Because, okay, when the spiders came in,
Yeah,
right? First of all,
that could have been fine just having
why
spiders.
why put too many concepts into the one thing?
Because
if
it's
you're
all
gonna
big
make
ideas.
creatures that are germs, that are made out of germs, right? At least try to make them look like something other than spiders.
Or kids'
That's
toys.
what
Why?
I've always-
Why are they glowing red bits?
Yeah, that was really tiresome. I was like, wow, germs. Think about germs. The
Why making
imagination is
germs?
wild.
They could just be spiders. They could just be
That
space
would have actually been
spiders.
better. Anyway,
Just this once.
So I was hoping that you were right and it would just be infected with spiders because I just wanted to do the maths on what the volume of 1.3 billion spiders
Yeah.
would be.
I was gonna wonder
And
how.
how much.
Yeah. Also, do you
how
know that
big
point?
would actually
You know
be.
that point where the gravity moved for a moment, and he's like, "Oh, it's moving, whatever." The embryo couldn't
Yeah.
be that much, because it would have felt different things. And like, I thought it'd be cool if it was like just a mass of spiders all suddenly moving. That would be more interesting to me. Like, whatever they eat, that would be my issue then. Is what do they eat? But I guess each other.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Here's the other problem here. So I'm presuming 1.3 billion tons is roughly the like what it is on Earth. The only reason I'm presuming that
It's because they were
not
walking
because I
like
know.
normal people.
Yes, it's because everything acted like normal and they didn't attempt to change anything. So that makes me go, okay, you have two bodies, like terrestrial bodies, next to each other. One is tiny, one is huge, and they weigh the same amount.
Yeah, they would collide,
No,
wouldn't they?
I-
Yeah, that's true.
I think-
It wouldn't be the tides
I think
changing.
they-
If the moon was gaining mass, it would fucking run into us. Oh, the tides are changing.
I
Oh
think-
yeah, I'm sorry, it's got crushed by the moon.
Yeah, I think it's the least of your troubles. I mean, this is what I call sloppy sci-fi writing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how hard would it be? Okay, we're talking about sloppy moments, all right? Here's a good one for you. So, oh, hey, what? Oh, twat. Okay.
Wow. Actually, can I have a go for a second? Give me a go.
All right. Yeah.
When
Sorry, I was
when
talking.
when Clara goes, Doctor goes, oh, whose job is it then? And she goes, I don't know. And her main idea for whose job it is to make these decisions is the President of the United States. She's a British citizen.
God.
It's not even like the UN. A reasonable person would say the UN. It's just making some worldwide power. But no, she goes to the President of the fucking United States. Why? Just so fucking Moffat's US fans that he gained with his fucking Smith era will like it.
Wow.
Will feel relevant. It's no,
Wow,
because it makes no
that
sense.
was a lot of swears.
And also, can
Yeah.
I point out, you know how before this Doctor turned up, there was a big hullabaloo about whether or not
hang on,
Moffat was
wait a second.
sexist.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. Oh no, you can't use that against me. Okay.
You back? Are you back?
Yeah. Are you back?
Yeah. You know how before this Doctor turned up, there was a big deal about whether or not Moffat was sexist because of his writing, yeah?
I didn't know anything about it, but I was
There
told
was
about it.
there was a whole bunch there. Anyway, you notice that since then this season, every person in power other than the Doctor has been female. They make a point of saying the President of the United States is
Yeah.
female. All the generals and leaders of like this. Oh no. The head of the space thing was female. What was the episode before that? Another awful one, I'm pretty sure. Actually, that was another random one. But all the leaders, like in the Dalek one, all the leaders of almost every group we see, every person in power has been female, and it's making a point of it, and it's not for the right reasons. It feels like just going, oh look, I'll make him female so I don't seem sexist. Because making every character who's in power sexist, or female, sorry, is still sexist. Because it's still typecasting females and males into certain roles.
Yeah.
Making it look, isn't it unsexist? How making all people in power female is still sexist. It's still contributing to the problem. Wow,
In
that's
a certain way, yes. Okay. So, here's another thing about this actually really related to this particular episode that's quite interesting, or amazingly poor attempt on plotline. Okay, so all right. So this planet that weighs roughly the same as the Earth, judging by the way the physics worked in the movie, is actually maybe it doesn't have. Oh, okay, but anyway, it weighs a shit ton, right?
yeah,
Now it suddenly hatches and flies off.
yeah.
Now,
All the water on
if that
Earth
doesn't
would get drawn
create
off.
a tsunami, I don't know what would.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, it lays a fucking
like,
egg.
okay,
I called that so early on. It
now,
lays another fucking
okay, yeah,
moon.
I was like, okay, so it's gonna lay another moon because
We
there's
need
no
one.
way
That's
the
the
Earth's gonna be able
same
to
size as
continue.
it was, apparently.
Yeah.
It lays an egg the exact
So now
same
that doesn't-
size.
I was really disappointed they didn't show the footage of that, of it laying another egg.
As big as itself.
I
Had to pull it from mallet
mean,
space.
one heck of a species. I mean, it must
Yeah.
be like the
Well,
TARDIS.
yeah. I can buy being
It's bigger
asexual,
on
but
the inside.
being asexual I could buy, but also if it's asexual, it shouldn't take freaking this many thousands of years to freaking hatch. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit you.
I'm sorry.
We both just kept very quiet for a moment.
Yeah. Okay, so that was one of my favorite. Oh my god, is this sci-fi moment?
They didn't.
You know, like you just.
It's not. It's not science fiction. Science fiction is looking at real issues and then extrapolating that. That's not
It's
sci-fi.
such a because how that should have been concluded. It should have been like the big mother, one of its older self, comes and lays another egg in the same spot.
That would be just
while the younger one
dude.
flies
If
off.
if another space slice turns up out of nowhere and lays that, I would be even more pissed off.
It is the only thing it could possibly make sense.
True. I will say though, I think
than their option.
I think it was cool that the world voted to kill it. Thought that was kind of interesting. That science that was
The world.
and the
So,
world
what did the world want?
the world voted to kill the alien, to not save it.
I kind of got confused at that point.
Yeah, I was confused too
thinking
because here's why I was confused with that. Right, Clara goes, "We'll see what people want." She can only see half the planet. What about the rest of the world and what they think? Well, I guess it's just America's point of view we care about. 'Cause that was all that was lit up magically, as always.
Yeah, interesting, and that's well, you mean not lit up in this particular.
Yeah, obviously.
Imagine trying to organize absolutely. I mean, what? I reckon it wouldn't be the people. It would just be a few power companies who go, yeah, let's shut it down. You know,
True.
stuff the rest of everyone else. The government just like, yeah, stuff you. Companies, yeah, whatever. You do what you think. You know, I can't see the people doing it. You know,
That's probably true. There was also, dude, back in like
Although I felt like it was a little bit of free advertising for Earth Hour. Kind of did.
Oh, true. No, dude, back in Russell's day, right? Russell T Davis.
Yeah.
There'd be
I
kind
remember
of
the good old days.
yeah. There'd be like, hey, I'm over here. There'd be like a one idea per episode. There'd be just Weeping Angels or just the guy that turns people into something. I can't remember any of the
Yeah.
episodes anymore. There'd be like one central idea.
Like the werewolf episode.
Yeah, it's like they're just werewolves. It's not like we'll do, a million one things. Like we'll go to Victorian London and it's him being reintroduced and there are cyborg aliens. I could deal with like him being introduced in London, sure, with the aliens that need human flesh. That's all fine. But then going, oh, we'll also have a T-Rex in there for no apparent reason. It has nothing to the plot. We just go, you know what's cool? T-Rexes. Let's add it to the story.
I think your problem here is Buffett is trying too hard.
It's gimmicks. Like someone said, he's making
down.
a fandom by putting everything he thinks is cool into one thing and not doing it well.
Into
He's
one
just-
episode. But that's the problem. You don't put it all into one episode because you run out of good ideas, which he kind of has. I kind of liked how he can't help himself but have a weeping angel sort of character. So in this latest episode, don't move. They can sense where you move.
Oh no, that is for a lot of animals, but I wouldn't think viruses.
But
viruses are mostly heat based.
He has done that. Yeah, good point. But he has done that in a lot of episodes recently. What was the latest gimmick? The mind reading one. Think of nothing. That was the latest one.
Oh, sure. I guess kind of withhold a sense. That's not that big an issue for me, but my issue is they're all like poster episodes, particularly the first half of last season. They're all very much, we'll have a Western episode. Also, not just a Western episode where the baddie is a cyborg. Again, 2 ideas. Just stick to one fucking thing.
Yeah.
I actually miss Amy and Rory. I was so bored with them. I miss them though, because...
Yeah. I know.
People I know also think the Doctor's boring, and I know they're trying to make a big change. And he's not that great, but I could deal with him if the companion wasn't so bad, you know? Oh shit, you're gonna change class, aren't you? I'm out of here.
No, don't worry, don't get out of there, it's all good.
Anyway, oh god, she's so boring. I liked her in the first episode where she was around, the Dalek one. She was really good in that. That was awesome. Ever since then, no. No.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, there's so much potential.
I don't want to hate on her, but I just don't. Also,
I don't want to hate on her either.
This doctor, she's a lovely person, but this doctor also isn't darker. He's really him just saying I'm darker and being grumpy doesn't make him darker. Him going I don't care about things. Oh God, doesn't make him darker.
No, it does. David Tennant, to be honest, is darker than him.
Yeah, because David Tennant had depth. He was sad and troubled and broken because of he'd been to the war and he was crafted by the war. You know?
Also a good actor. Oh no, this guy's
yeah.
good actor. No, don't get me wrong.
David Tennant, he was a Shakespearean actor. He was a very good actor. Just technically. He's a good actor.
I think this guy might be similar, but I don't
no, he's a great actor. I'm sure he's not written well. I realised that a while back. I used to hate Smith, and I realised that Smith isn't actually the problem. It's that he's just written really bad episodes a lot of the time. Moffat isn't a bad episode writer, he's a bad showrunner, someone said. If there was a showrunner trying to control him, I would got you. Trying to like balance him out, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
It's been a good rant. It's been therapeutic. I've been holding on to this for 2 days. It's been boiling up inside me.
There's been there was a behind the scenes on the second latest episode, which I thought was hilarious, as it was by my standards my least favorite one so far.
Which one was that? Hold on, which one was it?
The one in the school.
Oh, the caretaker. Yeah, what the hell? So bad, that robot. No, also that one started with with them like stuck in the desert, buried up to their necks. You're like, oh, let's see how they get out of this.
Once again,
then they just don't go back to it.
Too many ideas.
It didn't feel like the rest of the little trailer bits. Yeah. Far too many ideas. And there's just a whole lot of that. Also, like the next episode we saw, right? It's a space train, sure. I know it's a rip-off of the Titanic. Massive rip-off of the Titanic one they did. Remember the big space boat?
Yeah.
But also, there's a mummy on board. There's an Egyptian mummy. Again, 2 ideas. Have Doctor face one thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Back in the day, back in oh, this is years ago when I saw this, back, you know, when I was prepubescent probably, with Baker, right? There's one episode where he's fighting a dinosaur, and it's a giant herbivore, it's like a brontosaurus or something. He's fighting that, yeah? But that's it. He's just dealing with that one threat, that entire episode. It's not, but also, the dinosaur was brought here by aliens who came to take all our pigs away. Or some stupid thing like that, you know? It was
Yeah.
just the dinosaur.
I feel like I want to tell Moffat to chill out, and every episode doesn't have to be like a
Oh no,
climax or saving
because
the world.
it's
Or...
working, dude. Because he's selling it to he became big, and he's what made Doctor Who big with the American audiences. And Americans are smart and they do like good shows, but unfortunately, a lot of the shows that they get shown are they're candy floss, like Big Bang Theory. It's just the same thing over and over again, or it's very bland.
Good.
And
I very much agree on that.
this is trying to be different and exciting in one sense, but also it's a candy floss series. There's actually no emotional depth to it. It's like, look, candy, 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 fairy floss. Like, remember when Smith was all depressed in quotes because he'd lost Amy and Rory, and he goes to a fucking. You still there?
He lost who?
Amy and Rory. They had gone away. Remember?
I was so happy how they left.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense, but I was satisfied they'd gone. My hand's glitching out. I'm lagging super hard.
I agree. I feel exactly the same way. It didn't really make sense, but the way they left, I was like, yeah, that's right. That's how they should have left.
Finally, they're gone. Rory might finally die this time.
And that's how I felt about this episode. I was like, oh, finally, she's gone.
Which is a shame.
Thank God.
Also, she's still. Oh god, I'm glitching super hard. She is a gimmick still. It's a look just all throughout his timeline. But no, remember then when Moffat, that Christmas episode, went and lived in the clouds on a floating cloud on a magical staircase in an old top hat. If you're okay, pro tip for people, right? If you're depressed, you don't do that shit.
By the way, you cut out that entire pro tip.
I'm hearing it. That's all that matters. Yeah, okay. If you're depressed, if you're depressed, you don't go and dress up like you're in the Victorian age, make a magical staircase and live in the clouds. That is not depression. If you're depressed, you don't get out of bed. You stay there and do nothing because life is pointless. You don't move, you don't think, you hardly eat. If you could, you wouldn't even fucking breathe because nothing fucking matters. You don't go live in the clouds.
I don't know what this episode is, man.
The Christmas one. The snowman one. Which is also the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. I didn't remember that one.
Yeah, thank God.
That was back when I thought she might be good. That was back in that when I thought... Yeah. But,
she should have been Bad Wolf. We've already done the whole scattered throughout time and space. I was going to say though also about that. Oh yeah, when we first met like the current version of Clara, I guess the real version of Clara, she was not a caretaker, but she was a babysitter, right? Remember? This current version, when she called him up, she was never a teacher until this season. Back when she was at Smith, they never said she was a teacher.
Didn't feel real.
Like, oh no, she's a teacher now.
That's all.
Is that Dead Ringer? Speaking of not real.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a Dead Ringer.
No! Sentry! Baby, come back! Baby, come back! Just for good, does no damage to it.
Yeah, anyway.
I was going to say, so... How long's one been going for? I've been going for a little while now.
I feel like a male companion is something I would actually really enjoy.
I bet you would. Oh no, actually, because they don't need it to be like a sexual type thing or have like a. Oh my god! I just saw it disappear in front of me, you cop.
That was amazing.
We're still lagging super hard, but yeah, because it doesn't have to be a look, she's a pretty girl type thing. But I do still I don't know. I miss Tennant and Rose so much. Best Doctor and companion. You still there? Yeah.
I'm not a Rose fan. I'm sorry to say I'm you're a fan.
Well, it's because that kind of broken love, we both like each other, don't say anything, you're both a little bit broken inside, is kind of how I function. Well, who are you a fan of then? Were you a Donna fan? I've kind of got used to Donna now. I like her more than I used to.
I think Donna had her moments.
Yeah.
Her dad was cool.
Oh yeah, her dad was the
I mean-
best. Remember they tried to bring in Rory's dad like it was a comparison? Like he had any chance.
Yeah.
You're no Donna's dad.
I love it, but they do the boyfriends the same way. It's like, let's bring the boyfriends into it, and
And look, they're awkward
so
and don't
painful.
really get in.
Actually, no, yeah, it happened with every single one. Okay.
You know, Rory became the comedy
Maybe
relief.
Donna's sort of an exception, but she did have a boyfriend.
Did she? Oh, she had a wedding, didn't she? Yeah. Remember?
Yeah, he stuffed it up before. Yeah, at the start. But she does end up with a boyfriend, but I don't think we ever meet him. It's such a long time ago.
Well,
Anyway,
also
we're
Rory
just
became
rambling.
Yeah, true. But Rory became the comedy relief. You know, he became the look. He's dumb and doesn't quite work out.
Rory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I started calling him Kenny. I was almost at Kennedy there. Because you know how in South Park, probably, Kenny dies all the fucking time? Yes?
Yeah.
That's Rory.
Vaguely, yes, I do.
He dies almost every episode and comes back. Fucking hell.
That's basically what I'm doing.
There's no emotional caring with Rory because it doesn't matter. There's no actual loss. With Tennant, there was loss.
Yeah. I'm missing... yeah.
Russell T. Davis.
I hope they get a new writer in.
They won't because Moffat has an ego. Oh no! Moffat has an ego bigger than fucking the TARDIS. I mean,
What makes you say that?
You seen what he
makes
does?
You think he's doing that to the TARDIS?
Oh right.
Yeah, but you can't presume he has a big ego, can you?
He can. Have you seen the way he writes? He's basically wanking himself off with how clever he thinks he is.
That's Sherlock Holmes, but
he does that too. But I really hate Moffat. In case you're not getting the gist. What about
I'm getting the gist because you're talking about oh dear.
That's jizz.
I'm not going to go there. Oh. Someone's an expert.
An expert. Oh, there you are.
You're an idiot.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. What's the other episode we're thinking about earlier on? We're talking about one, not like in this session. It's been really therapeutic, thanks, mate. Though I will say it's been lovely.
Are you gonna fix your teleporter, or are you just enjoying this?
There's no reason to. I'm gonna change class.
There we go.
No! Oh, you went through it first. Clever.
Got those points. I don't even know. How many points do you get for that?
I have no idea. Alright.
I can hear them. Beep, 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 beep.
What else did he do that was a thing?
Okay.
There was something else that used to bother me. This episode.
Okay.
Back to last week's episode. Are you alright?
Yeah.
Wait, the Cubes episode. What was that? You know, carry on.
Oh god.
No, we're not going to go on about that. We can't go to that.
That was... No, we can't go there. That's a different thing. But, so...
That'll never end.
I froze. Anyway.
You certainly did, mate. You certainly did.
What was I saying? So... Okay, I have to think my brain again. Where was I? Okay, back to this episode.
Yeah.
Back to this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually think, as far as an episode goes, take minus the plot holes and the major issues with physics and all that shit, there was some genuinely fun, and like, it was a better episode than like the last three. Would you agree? Even though it made me feel like rage quitting.
What were the last three? There was the caretaker. What was one before that?
I don't remember.
Alright. Yeah, well, as long as it wasn't the fucking Robin Hood one, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm actually like, there were moments in it that I was excited. Um, so how are you feeling about the whole new thing, which is the promised land, heaven,
That's dumb.
something,
Dumb, 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 dumb.
reincarnation?
Dumb, 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 dumb.
Do you
Makes
think it
no
has
sense.
potential?
No, I
Because I
don't. I think it's too
do you
big an
think it
idea.
has potential?
So it's the
Okay.
Netherrealm. It's also death, but only some people get to go there for some reason. And apparently the let's call her the Queen of Death, except she's not gothy and cool, loves the Doctor, and apparently he's married to him or dating him or some such thing. Fuck off.
Okay, so
Basically.
so my one hope is that she is his wife, but in a better and new form.
Like River?
That's my one
You mean
hope.
River? Or you mean
Yeah.
a Time Lord wife from before he went cray-cray?
Oh, that'd be sick.
I want... Also,
But that's never gonna
that's what I was
happen.
going to say. No, last time before like this season started, the whole thing was I used to be just running through time and space. I was running nowhere, but now it's somewhere I'm running to. I'm going to go save all the Time Lords because they're alive, and yes, I've got a quest and a meaning, and oh my god, I can save them. Ah! And then he hasn't thought about it since.
I remember that. That
He's
was a
been
long
like,
time ago.
fuck it, I'll give it a couple of years.
Yeah.
All my people can be saved, they're not dead. Or they never
The
were, because
thing is huge.
the whole thing with the
I cannot
Master.
hear a word.
Okay. You back?
Sort of. I was hoping.
Remember the whole thing with the Master? They were
What
alive.
about if this woman turns out to be the Master?
They were time locked.
But what if this?
They
Yeah, but what
weren't
if
dead.
this woman turns out to be the Master? That'd be cool. But here's what I think they're doing, right?
The Master
They've
isn't
got this-
dating the Doctor. As much as you might write that's slash fiction, buddy. It ain't gonna happen.
Wow.
How did I not
Really?
kill you? He says he's bad. Don't worry. How have I
How's it
not
going?
killed you?
I've got.
Oh, thank God.
I've got so much ping. Okay.
I don't think that's
So
a good
here's
story
what
arc. I think it's bad.
I think it's going to be about guilt tripping the Doctor, all his victims, everyone he's hurt in the process of doing it, and it'll be like, "Wow, you are really a bad person," which is sort of Doctor
Done
Who
that.
plot.
Ah.
Start.
Also, Tennant was actually a bad person. He had the whole no second chance. His first episode, he killed an alien for no reason other than it tried to, stab him in the back and betrayed him.
Yeah, and that's good because I think it's good because it harks back to I think Tom Baker was in a situation once with Daleks which was similar, like that famous episode.
Yeah, they're silly and fun, but that's just an outer thing. Inside, they're still all,
Yeah. Coward.
Better to be a coward than dead, my friend.
A dead coward.
Also, dude, they should have called this episode because it kind of got overrun, never really happened. They should have called it though.
Yeah.
The Last Astronauts or something. Because these people were the very last. What was buried underneath everything, and the coolest idea that they could have gone with, is that these people were the last astronauts. Humanity had stopped trying to go into space. They said that. They said, we've stopped trying to go into space. We are the last astronauts. They stopped building shuttles. That's why it's been 10 years. They were the final astronauts.
But they're also sort of they're also the first astronauts as well of a new era.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about. And the important bit is that they're the only astronauts remaining from humankind because humans stopped going into space.
Hey, there's a door here that you can only see in Pyrovision.
No, I can see it there too. That would have been going. These are the last people going into space because humanity has stopped caring. Is a much more interesting idea. Then even just doing that in the spiders could have been clever and interesting and fun, rather than making the moon a fucking egg.
I agree on that.
Also, don't bugs and blow me. Generally have they lay hundreds of eggs, not just one. What the hell? Dude? Don't they generally lay 200 eggs? Not like, nope, we'll just lay the one and then abandon it.
Well, I mean, obviously they're not anything like humans. So, I mean, there are some sci-fi ways they could have excused all the gravitational issues.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like,
just wish
there
they'd
are
had,
potential-
like I said, they'd just done the last astronauts and the space spiders. Would have been fine. An abandoned space thing, which I forget what happened, and it's full of space spiders. It's a bit of an alien ripoff, but other than that, it's fine. I mean, that would have been fine. But no. Are you lagging out again? You dead? Nope.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
No,
Good work.
if they'd just done Space Spiders and Last Astronauts, I would have loved it. It would have been my favourite episode of all time. But no. They put too much into it and try and make it too big and too epic, and it loses everything. It's like a balloon. They blow it up so high, the air inside is just so much, and there's so little actually skin from anything. It's just empty. We're both trying to snipe off with so much lag.
No, you don't. Nah. Oh god.
I keep hitting this.
We all know who's the better sniper. I keep hearing it. Oh no, not the crit.
It was also a
It
headshot.
was the crit.
Yeah,
It was the crit.
the headshot had nothing to do with it. Oh yeah, I got a strange top for the sniper now. I've scored 7 points with it.
Oh
yeah.
hey. Let's meet on the bridge. Which
Shall
looks
we-
like we need to do.
Should we end the
I want to show
conversation?
you a trick.
Alright.
Yeah, well, whatever. Meet on the bridge. Wait a second. Once I deal with this guy. No, don't.
I should let you. Okay, after this, I lost. What the hell?